What it do? Drain tape. It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with NBA legends and players who were terrified of Larry Bird. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, give a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Oh, you got Larry Legend.
Larry Bird is a cold-blooded assassin on the court, and with this gifted high IQ and skills, he made players fearful of him. So I'm going to show you some NBA legends and players, sharing stories of how terrifying it was playing against Larry Bird, mixed in with some hilarious trash talk stories. God. And after the vid, tell me what your favorite clip is. Enjoy the video, man.
I'm thinking, oh, he's slow, he can't get off a shot. He's not that strong. This is gonna be a layup. Bam, knocks down the jump shot. Okay. Maybe that was luck. Gets the ball again. Bam, knocks down another jump shot. Now I'm thinking like, okay, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do this guy up. I'm gonna show him what it's like. 20 feet away. Bam. 25 feet away. Bam. My mind just goes to the, damn, this white guy can play.
Sitting on the bench, watching Kevin McHale and Larry Bird. And Larry Bird did something. To me, I'm still marveled at this. And he got so many people. It was a timeout. And one of our teammates, Bart Kofold, had a camera. Right. He's taking pictures. So Larry Bird came over there and looked at our bench. And he said, three-pointer from right over here. So I'm sitting over there looking like, that Babe Ruth, calling your shot already. Right? Yeah. So Isaiah, I'm sitting there looking. He looked down at the floor. Hell, everybody looked down at the floor. He like he threw something. And he hit a three.
Oh, can you believe that?
And I remember Kevin kind of looking over at the bench like this is gonna be a long night.
I fear no one.
That's
But
crazy.
Larry Bird, because if you keep it close and he has a chance to win it, he's gonna win that game.
But Larry Bird,
More times than not. It ain't good. If you keep it close and you got a chance to win, more times than not, it's not gonna go in your favor. It's not gonna go in your favor. Don't let Larry have that last shot. Whatever you do.
He's gonna win that game.
but Larry Bird would put fear in me and everyone else, just like Luka does. And I watch him going, man, this dude.
I don't think anybody's afraid of Luka. I feel like players today don't really fear other players like they talk about back then. But I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong.
Is every move Kevin McHale's ever had plus, and he could put the ball in the basket.
Last leg, we're playing him, and he told me, young fella, let me tell you something. I can shoot a jumper anywhere I want to. And he said, you supposed to be a great defender, right? He said, I'm going to make sure I tell you where I'm going to shoot the ball at. And I was like, man, come on now. You're not going to shoot the ball.
What was Larry's trash talk style? Like, what were the things he would kind of say?
That day he was cold, man. He'll tell you like this. He'll bend down, say it soft to you. He's like, you know what? I don't know what you got for Christmas, but I know what I'm going to give you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on this block. I'm going to dribble 2 times.
And so he said, I'm going to take you over in that corner right there. You see it over there by my bench, right? And I'm going to give you something, and it's going to be this jumper.
Right.
And I said, shit, watch this. So all of a sudden, we playing, and I'm D'ing him up, and he slow ball me. That's where I got the slow ball. Put your back to your back like this, and his back was bad during this time. So he went right to that corner, and I'm up on him, I'm under him, and he said, young fella, what did I tell you I was going to do?
And then I'm going to pull up in your face, and the neck going to say, shoo. And then that be your Christmas present for me. I was like, whoa, you cold with that one, man.
He turned around, raised up, looked around, it was all draws. Shit, I ain't gonna mess with you no more. That's just a veteran knowing how he can play.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and what
crazy.
he can do. He knew that I was smaller than him. He can shoot over me, and he can create space. When I'm trying to D people up, he learned how to neutralize me by turning his back and make me have to go through him. And if I reach on him, he'll turn and spin and get away from me, and he gone. And you couldn't do that. So that's just being smart about the game.
everybody used to say Larry Bird was slow and all that. Game. I mean, I don't care what nobody say. He had the ultimate game, and he used to do it. He used to back it up.
We was playing Boston Celtics. So the great Larry Bird. I didn't really know much about it. You know, I'm from Indiana. Larry's from Indiana. I knew about the history of Larry, but I didn't realize how he really got down. When we got to Boston that morning, I knew something wasn't right. I saw an X-Man. He was limping around the court a little bit like he was sore. I figured he'd be all right, you know.
Xavier McDaniel.
I figured he'd be all right by that time. I go to the game on the early bus. I get there. They come out on the court. They say, "Hey, Sean, you starting tonight against Larry." And I was like, well, I'm all for it, though. You know? So,
excited.
X-Man, he didn't play. He had a sore knee. But my point to you is this: Larry gave me 50 3/4.
God.
Oh my.
He said 50 3/4. My God. Larry was giving them the business. Not the business. Larry was giving them the business.
He was hitting everything.
And he talked to me the whole entire game.
What did he say?
Well, first of all, he asked me to jump ball. He said, "You the cat that broke all my records in high school, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And he used to jump my brother too, right? Eddie. And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." Yeah, I got tonight. So every shot he was calling, at the defensive end, he would tell me, he'd be like, "When I get down to the other end, I'm going to pump face you, get a hand one on you, look at you, go off the glass." That's how cold Larry Bird was. So,
God
being
dang.
on the streets, man, I was to the point of like, look, I'm going to foul him so hard that he's basically going to take his will. He started shooting the ball with his left hand, man. I was trying to foul his right arm. He was shooting with his left hand, banking it off on me, looking at me, still slapping me on my butt and everything, man, telling me everything.
Now see, that's something that he didn't hit you. He didn't hit you on the butt. Now I got to fight you.
He actually invited me to his house that summer after the game, man. He told me, he said, "That's the best defense I've seen so far, the best effort." I
compete.
50 3/4, but that was the best effort I've seen in a long time. You come to the house and shoot around with me. This summer I show you how to shoot the ball, young fella.
Larry Legend.
That's crazy, bro. Larry he was built different, bro. Larry was he was different. He could just I just love how he called everything he did, bro. I would say everything, but a lot of when he's talking trash, he just tell you what he gonna do to you. He just saying, "Hey, this is what I'm gonna do to you. This is exactly where I'm gonna shoot it from. Right when we get on that end, it ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do to stop it."
But there were times where he would come out of a timeout. I remember this one time. You might have heard this before because he did it with a lot of people. I had to guard him.
Oh, my God.
You know the play is coming, but he would tell you it's coming.
He told you to play.
You know, with DJ handling, Mikhail's going to set a pick for Robert. But Robert, that's only to free him up to come and set a pick for me. And he says, "If you trail, I'm going to trail into the lane and shoot a little floater." And he said, "If you fucking pop," he said, "if you try to get over the top," he said, "I'm going to pop to that corner and bust a jumper on your fucking face." I'm like, fuck you, man. I'm all up on him. I got his shirt tail. I'm holding it. I'm like, you know where I'm from. I'm from Gastonia. He ain't talking. He ain't gonna. Sure enough, man. The ball comes in. DJ takes a couple of dribbles. I'm quick. I'm quick enough. I think I can get over the top. I get over the top. I get out there, but he pops to the corner and I'm running. He kind of waiting. He was an asshole.
Mark Aguirre against the Boston Celtics for whatever reason. Could have been
called birditis.
Yeah, traded match.
Generally called birditis.
So I was, I think, at that point, the third small forward, and Larry gave us 50.
2-point Maverick lead. Bird's the man they want to have it. Yes, indeed.
Bird, 4-3.
Yes.
Larry Bird,
for three with 4 seconds to go. Celtics lead it by 1. What can you say about Larry Bird?
Oh boy. Next year, for whatever reason, somebody else didn't play again. I was starting, and I go, okay, do you want Bird or McHale?
Oh, great choice.
And I was going, isn't Walton starting?
I was on the bench, deservedly so.
Second move. 7 seconds to get it up, and it's Larry Bird who does it. Larry Bird.
Like really made him so effective was he could shoot.
Oh yeah.
See, so what he did was when he get that pump fake means if you don't honor it, he gonna shoot it and make it. So he would catch you, put it on the floor.
Are we going to let the young guy? Okay. Are we going to let the young guy talk? He has the most years in the league, and we're not even letting the youngster talk. It's like having a little brother. It's like Danny Ainge. We couldn't get exactly. Yeah, I couldn't get Danny. You had to guard Larry. What was that like?
The worst thing was when you guys ran pick and rolls because Kevin or you or
Chief.
Chief came up and it was a quick pick and roll with a slip, and deny him the ball as much as you can, force it out, and then let Danny Ainge drive to the basket.
Let Danny shoot.
That was a problem, right? Yeah, Chief was on the other side, but you had to pick your poison.
Danny one time said he came in and Danny had a big fourth quarter, and Danny comes in and he goes, I'm our best fourth quarter player. And Larry's sitting there. Larry was funny. Larry had a great sense of humor. People don't know. Larry's hilarious. Birdie's tying his shoes, and he kind of looks up and he goes, well, hell, I hope so, because your man's either standing by me or Kevin the whole part. Don't play him by yourself.
The story.
And that's how it be. That's really how, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I hope you great. Like, you wide open. I'm drawing all the attention. So you should be great. Ain't nobody over there with you.
Goes that when he played against Denver, they had a guy named John Hansley. You remember John Hansley?
No, I don't
6'7", Notre Dame guy, white guy, really good defender, right?
Okay.
They put him on Larry, and Larry was wearing his ass out. And Larry would run by the bench and tell Doug Moe, who was the coach, get him off me. That's disrespectful. No, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's disrespectful?
Yeah.
He says, disrespectful for y'all to put a white guy on me.
Yeah.
Put a black guy on me.
Love it.
Put a black guy on me. That's why he gives Coop so much. He still says to this day, Coop is the best defender he's ever played against.
Wow. Really?
But he was like, you disrespecting me by putting a white guy on me.
I feel you.
But that's Larry, because when he played back in the day, that's all he played against was brothers.
That's
so he was like, don't put no white guy on me. That's disrespect. So when they did that, he said, I had to torch his ass so they understand.
You had to see him again.
Tell this story about Larry Bird. I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, Larry, what's going on with you? He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful.
Wait, who's the white guy you put on him?
I can't remember who it was. I just started laughing. I had no comment. He says, it's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me. And I'm sitting there like, I'm laughing in the middle of a game. He says,
the one I really hated to guard was Larry Bird. He was not a nice guy. Matter of fact, there was one game in Cleveland where he was having a pretty rough first half, and in the old days in Cleveland, you walked off the court the same way at halftime, and I kind of puffed up on him and walked beside him and was like, yeah, you're 1 for 10. I was like, that's defense, and he just kind of looked at me and said, there's 2 halves. And he came back out and hit about 10 in a row on me, and the last one was left-handed, and he asked me if my mother was watching because he wanted to embarrass me. So, yeah, so he was tough.
Oh, everybody. It was 91-92 season, and we was playing the Boston Celtics. It was Bird, McHale, Parrish, the great 3, Ainge, and we was up 1. Okay? He said, who's guarding me as we come out of timeout? Now, remember, I'm a rookie because Price is out because he hurt. Right. He says, who's guarding me? I says, Craig Elo. He said, why you got that white boy on me?
Larry said, he said, only brothers can guard me. He said, do not disrespect me like that. Know what I said? Do not ever in your life think about putting a white guy on me. Only the brothers can guard me. So if you disrespect me, I'm gonna bust your head.
No white boy on me.
He said that was the most.
Now remember, Larry Bird is white.
Right.
He said, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna get in the corner. Dennis Johnson gonna pass it to me, and I'm gonna hit the last second shot, and it's over.
Come on, man.
So
that's crazy.
I'm like, I told Joe Wood, I said, hey man, listen, the ball is going to Larry Bird. Everybody knows the ball's going to Larry Bird.
Right.
Just do whatever you can. Greg, Gerald, just cover him.
Right.
All Bird did was go like this. See, it's leverage. It's not how strong you are sometimes. It's leverage.
Yeah.
He said, now look how hard that is.
Yeah.
Now somebody strong will go, yeah. Right? Right.
Right.
You see how your demeanor went? That's all I need, TB.
Right.
Let the ball.
Space to catch the ball. Yeah.
Hey, you know his fingers was all broke.
Right.
He hit the shot. All his Kevin McHale, all them, Randy Whitman, all them were jumping on, right? He was getting them off of like this. He walked off and said, legend. Larry Bird, man.
Legend.
The best guy I played against might have been, Larry Bird, someone like that.
How good was
Michael
Bird?
Jordan.
I don't think people
don't
look
appreciate
at him and think,
they
oh, he's
said,
a white guy,
he's
slow guy.
a chubby white guy. He wore us out, man. Because he just, this muscle here, the one between his ears, that was his best, because he made the three-pointers.
That's so
he had
crazy.
assists and rebounded, steals. He was always at the right place at the right time on the court.
Oh my
one of the great
God.
players that, I had the opportunity to play against.
I said they were almost impossible to go in there and beat. And they said, why? I said, because you could not make a mistake with them. If you turn your head or you don't rotate right on time or whatever it was, those guys made you play. And it was him. Like he was a savant on the court. Like just a savant, like 2 plays ahead on everything. And
my God, bro.
I was just talking about this maybe 3 or 4 days ago, how hard it was to go into Boston and beat a team when Bird is in his prime.
And then you had the inbounds pass that Bird steals that.
That goes back to my savant statement. Like just knowing where to be, seeing what's happening, and anticipating, and boom, he jumps right in and steals the ball.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and tell
He's
me what's
that
your favorite
man.
Larry Bird story. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and show us the YG gang, and I'm out.
He's just a bad man. Ain't no other way to describe Larry Legend. That's all we got. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. It's your boy D Neal. Out.